welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are staying safe and staying healthy. So am I. And today's video is going to be about how can you negotiate a higher compensation package. All of us or most of us actually think that there is not a much scope of compensation negotiation, or the offer that is being given to you by the recruiter or by someone senior in the company is the last offer. But let me tell you, there is a lot of scope for negotiation, and most of us don't negotiate because we think that I guess the company is going to only pay me this, and they must have done their market research and all of that. Even if I tell them that I want an extra compensation or this is my expectations, will they think that I'm acting pricey or I'm acting greedy? I understand all of those questions will come to your mind, but there is no harm in going ahead and negotiating. But what are the points that you should keep in mind before negotiating? Let's talk about those. The points that I'm going to talk to you about, or the things that I'm going to talk to you about, is not in any order or is not in any sequence, but each pointer or each detail will have its own importance and will have its own weightage. So yes, without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Establish your worth for the money you are asking for. So what does that actually mean? It means that how different are you skilled? What is it that you're bringing extra on board? For example, if you're a software engineer, apart from knowing the skill or apart from knowing a language, do you write white papers? Do you have you done any research work, or have you implemented anything apart from what has been given to you at work in your personal time, in your personal space? Do you write white papers? Do you write a blog? Do you do a pep talk or a talk in your communities? All of that is knowing your worth and creating your worth for it. If you're not doing all of this and you're expecting a higher compensation or negotiating a higher compensation, believe me, you are not going to be in a win-win situation here, because there is nothing different that you're bringing on board for an organization. So if you know that you have something different, talk about that in the interviews, because that will help create a good impression and that will help you negotiate your salary better. Brand yourself. Now, how will you brand yourself? It's a very big term called brand, and you do not have to brand yourself in the last interview. You will have to continue to brand yourself in all the interview levels. Now, what does brand means? You can talk about the projects that you have handled. You can talk about your work in the projects. You can talk about the work that you have delivered in the projects. You should not talk about we have done a project, we have created this thing, it was a teamwork. Talk about the goals, projects and tasks that you have handled independently. Of course, once you are in a project or doing something, it's always a teamwork. But what is that one thing, or what are those things or tasks or goals that were being allocated to you or allotted to you, and how well have you done it? I'm sure out of 100 tasks, you must have done most of them in a well or an average manner. But also do talk about the misses, also talk about the achievements, also talk about the challenges and how did you overcome those challenges. If you're applying for a leadership role, or if you are at a middle management role, try and talk about what are the changes that you have brought in for people, how people approach you, and what are the solutions that you give to a people for a particular challenge that they were facing. Talk about all those things. It will actually tell the recruiter and the person who is interviewing you that how well do you have a problem solving skills apart from the tasks that you're doing or apart from the goals that you have. So make sure that you brand yourself as a complete package. You are just not going there as a job seeker, but you're going there as someone who holds a lot of value and a lot of work ethics that you can bring on board for the company, and in return you can get a good negotiated salary. Know your minimum acceptable amount or non-negotiable salary. Yes, you should be very well thorough with this number. It should be in your heart, in your blood when you go ahead and negotiate a salary. And this number cannot be a random number that you think during the interview process. This number should be well calculated, well thought through, so that you can go ahead and ask for what you want as a salary. Now, you're not supposed to tell them that, how have you calculated this and by what means have you calculated it. It's a simple calculation that you will do on your spreadsheet, maybe, that, what is the house expense and what are the other expenses, and basis that you will top up a bit, and then you will go ahead and say that this is one particular amount that is non-negotiable, that is something that I will not negotiate further. So you should know this amount. You should not just randomly go ahead and talk about that amount. Recruiters do their research, hence you should do yours. Now, with the research, what I mean here is that don't make a common mistake, which is that, going ahead and asking your friend or a colleague that what is the salary that they are drawing from their company, because you never know what is the kind of work that they are doing, what is the kind of experience that they have, what is the kind of skills that they have, or what is the kind of skills that they are using in their company. So if recruiters are doing a research or doing a comp and ben analysis year on year or once in every 2 years, you should know your worth as well. Now, how can you do that research work? There are a lot of portals available like Naukri.com, Monster, Shine, Indeed, that will tell you that, at so and so experience, so and so level, so and so designation, so and so location, what is the salary which is available or which is there in the market. So do that research before coming up to that one conclusion, and make sure that that research is well thought through, because if you put that research in front of your recruiter or someone who's interviewing, who's a senior person, will not be able to dodge your question. If you have done your research, nobody will be able to dodge your questions. You should also know the sources of the research, because that will put you into a better situation to negotiate your salary more. Don't ask for unrealistic numbers or ranges. Now, this is the most common mistake that we all do. Even I have done it in my initial years, is that I give a range. That, if a recruiter asks me that what is my expected salary, I give a range that, somewhere down the line, the recruiter will fit me into that particular range. So, you should never do that, because once you give a range, let's say for example, if you give a range of about 12 lakhs to about 14 lakhs, recruiter will always pick the least amount of that particular range. One, of course, they will have to close the position in the least compensation to be offered, and two, as a human being, it is in our blood or in our nature to negotiate. So the recruiter will pick up the least number from the range that you have given, and once you reach the negotiation stage, that number will deplete further. So if you're saying 12 to 14 lakhs is what is your expectation, the recruiter will pick up 12 lakhs as the first point of negotiation, and the recruiter will negotiate it further by probably giving you 11 lakhs or 11.5 or 11.75, whatever you agree or accept the offer on. So never ever give a range. Also, you should not ask for an unrealistic number. Now, if your salary is 8 lakhs and you're asking for a compensation of 20 lakhs, that's never going to happen. Even if your number or your calculation says that you would be needing 16 lakhs as a compensation, make sure what is the worth that you have created about it, and why have you not got the compensation, or why you don't have that compensation in your current company or in your current organization. So don't ask for those unrealistic numbers which gives you 100% hike or 120% hike, because believe me, out of 100 companies, probably only one will give you that, and rest all 99 companies will not offer you that compensation. So don't ask for unrealistic numbers, and don't give them a range, because they will pick up the least number and play it in their favor and against you. Look at the holistic picture. Apart from salary, what is it that you're getting? Now, you should not only just look at your salary or your compensation structure, you should also look at what are the benefits that an organization is giving you. Now, these benefits can be in terms of medical insurance, term insurance, life insurance, advance loans, performance appraisal, leaves, bonuses. Are you getting all of these benefits or not? And if these benefits are not available versus if they were available in your previous company, you should be in a better position to negotiate your salary. So make sure that you ask those questions. Make sure that you know what are the benefits apart from the salary that you are getting, because this will help you to strike a better negotiation deal if all these were there in your previous company and the new company that you are applying for is not having. So yes, these are the pointers, or these are the things that you should keep in mind while negotiating salary. Of course, it is not just one thing that will help you to negotiate your salary. They are all interlinked to each other in some or the other way. Somewhere you will have to create your skills, somewhere you will have to know what is it that you want, some you will have to dig it out from the company. But all in all, if you have to negotiate a higher compensation package or in a higher compensation salary or benefits, you need to be smart. If you are not smart enough and if you agree to what the recruiter is saying, you will fall in that trap. So make sure that you have done your research, you know what is it that you want, you are not comparing your salary with others, you know what are the other benefits that you would need in a complete package. You should know what is there as a complete package, and you will be able to strike a better or a negotiable deal which works in your favor. Of course, you would not like to piss a recruiter or a senior person who's recruiting for a particular role. You would not like to mess around in the compensation, or you would not like to act pricey. As I said initially, there is always a scope to negotiate, but you should know how to negotiate. So yes, these were the things that I wanted to share it with you, and I'm sure this is going to help while you are negotiating your salary for your new company. So yes, I think that is it. Also, if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you've been watching my face and you've been watching my videos and if you've been liking my videos, please hit that thumbs up button, because that means the world to me. And do mention if there is anything else that you would want me to talk about in the comment section, and I will help you to have a good conversation or a happy chat with you about any other negotiation skills that you would want me to discuss with you. So yes, thank you so much for watching it, and until then, take care. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.